that cut off abruptly. So yes, I am sorry I'm a little bit late. We had a bit of a technical glitch. So I'm going to put the link in for Tracy. As I always say, that'll only be for Tracy. Laurie isn't joining us tonight as her husband had got either a hospital appointment or a doctor's appointment, and he wanted her to go with him. So unfortunately, she's gone with him. So, and just another small announcement. I did say on last night's live stream that I was going to make the chocolate Yule log tomorrow, but change of plan. Bring the mince pies forward, and we're making the mince pies tomorrow. I'm making the Yule log next week. So I thought I'd just tell you about that. So yeah, we're just having a switch back because I've got everything for. I know it's making live. But yeah, we're just having a switch back. I've got everything for.
I'm in basement.
Yeah, you've got I am Dad. Hi, Tracy. I don't know who else is in.
So there's Tracy for that.
No, there's just I'm Dad, Tracy, and I'm him over there.
I hope they played past the parcel, Amjad.
Christmas party was amazing. But I mean, Amjad don't know what I'm talking about because he left before we had that conversation, and Tracy weren't there. So should I have this conversation now?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, on last night's live stream, somebody came in called Somerset Andy, right? And he were on about his sister. Yeah, I know, bro. He had his sister died sometime this year, and it started off. He said he's going on one of these lock-ins where they do like a ghost hunt type of thing. Anyway, he got us talking on about spirits and everything. And I says to everybody last night, I says, we think we've got, it could be the guy that lived here before, or it could be my mum. Anyway, so we in bed last night. Yeah, and when we go to bed, we always watch it. Chris had got a vlog up or something. We watched that, and then he put my live stream on. Anyway, we don't watch it all, so he turned the telly off. About 3, I got out to go to the toilet about 3 o'clock, right? And I just sort of sat back down on bed, and all of a sudden I could hear my voice coming through the telly, but the telly wasn't switched on. I absolutely nearly crapped myself.
I bet you did.
I'm going, Chris. The telly weren't even switched on yet. I could hear my voice, and I knew it was the live stream because me and Lee were talking about Blackpool Tower. And even Chris said this morning, he says, it's unnerved me a bit. He says, you could clearly see that telly weren't switched on, yet you could hear my voice. It was really, really scary. So yeah.
Over these days, all chairs to be stacked up, all cupboards to open.
But same as Chris says, how can it play through the telly if the telly's not switched on?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's unnerved us a lot.
Someone's trying to give you a time.
I'm bags in the spare bedroom.
Can we come over and keep it your caravan?
He says, are we sleeping down here tonight? And I went, well, I'll bake single bed in spare bedroom. Yeah. Hi, Lee. I've I've just told everybody a story about what we were discussing on last night's live stream about spirits and everything. And I've just told everybody 3 o'clock in the morning, we were watching my live before we went to sleep. Chris turned telly off and everything. I got out for a wee at 3 o'clock, and all of a sudden I could hear myself talking to you about Blackpool Tower.
It's like it's here.
The telly was switched off.
Oh my God.
So you need to believe in it. Believe.
It's unnerved both of us, actually. Yeah, because we're on about things that had happened that we couldn't explain.
Last night on the live stream about spirits and things. And if you don't believe, you don't believe.
So yeah, so if anybody's got any explanations, because we told Callum this morning and he was sort of trying to explain it away, but we couldn't. This box down here we turned off because it unnerved me that much. I came down in night. Anyway, so I says to Chris, I says, well, it was nothing to do with this skybox here because this was switched off. My mother-in-law seen someone on in her rearview mirror and in the back seat, and that stopped and check. But yeah, I mean, Chris, you know, he's not as tough as Bowart, but the fact of the matter is, it's even unnerved Chris. You see, we're sort of just scratching his heads as, you know, how could it happen? You know what I mean? It's something we can't explain.
I've had it happen to us before, Jeanette.
It really unnerved.
It's just like a sign just to say that your loved ones are around.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a sign.
Right, are we ready then, Tracy?
Yes, love, yes. I'm all sorted.
Let me just switch my other camera over. So yeah, I'm just gonna swizzle that round a little bit.
For now, because I'm going to be here. I've got our calf over for a few till Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm just as he is his grandma or his granddad. So yeah, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that butter melting, sweetheart. I'm gonna need the butter. So yeah, as normal, I've got the 9-inch square pan. So yeah, so that's that. Chris is just going to yeah, back to bake, you know, back to reality, the baking. You know, bros, anyways, cakes. But another reason why it unnerved us, you know, bro, is we're only talking about it last night. Isn't that another coincidence that we're only talking about it last night? So.
I will look at the cup like that.
Right, hi Jackie.
Hi Jackie.
She's just battered Lee, she says, because he ate Lucy. Anyway, I'm feeling a lot better, Jackie. I've still got a bit of congestion and I'm a bit like chesty, you know, I'm not 100%, but I'd say I'm about 50 to 60%. So yeah, so Chris is just
Ow, the wall.
Poor Lucy.
Bite him, Lucy. Bite him.
So as per usual, biscuits in his bed, hoping that I dropped something like I did last week. He was on my dash to see who could get that. Because you know how I were rolling them in balls last week, the biscuits. I were rolling, and all of a sudden one went flung over there. Well, it were a mad dash to see who could get to it first, either Biscuit or Chris.
Biscuit licked it. Oh.
So basically, I mean, I don't think it'd hurt him, but you never know, do you? So in this bowl, I've melted 115 grams of unsalted butter. So I'm just putting that in there now. So that's that. I did manage to get some dark brown sugar. So you need 190 grams of dark brown sugar. So that, I'll just move that out. Wait a minute. I think that's too far down, don't you? So yeah, so that's the dark brown sugar. So that goes in there. So yeah, and now whisk this with the old trusty mixer. So it says you've got to whisk it for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
So here goes.
Well done. I'm messing about now with the ball.
So yeah, so now we've whisked that into this. You want 1 medium egg.
Oh, a bit shell there.
And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Sorry if you can't see that with. So yeah, so this is vanilla extract going in.
I forgot to get that out.
And got mix again until combined.
1 minute.
Make sure they go to your in it now.
Right, so this next step, we're going to mix the flour and all the spices. So this is 275 grams of plain flour. I don't know what this is because I've anyway. This I think this is bicarb. I did write on them with my edible thing, but I think it's sort of they've got
Lighting gone off.
lots. So that's bicarb going in. Hiya, Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
So much for writing on them. That says Sia, so that's cornflour. So this
Cornflour
is a tablespoon of cornflour. if I can decipher what this one is. Anyway, I think so much for marking on that one's cinnamon. See that? That
Ginger,
one
cinnamon, and nutmeg.
I'm moving them now.
So yeah, into this basically you want a teaspoon and a half of ginger. So that's that going in. Half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Facts, Chris, outside sounds pants next to it. Oh dear, splitting hairs now.
She said nutmeg, didn't she?
And
All of this.
half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So that's all your spice. So now we'll mix these all up together. So we've like got a floury mix of all the dry ingredients. Tush girls, tut. What we touching at? Hi, Laurie. She says, hi, everyone. Stop to give a quick thumbs up. We're still at the surgery centre. Would rather be baking. Oh, bless you.
Oh.
Hey, Laurie. Hope everything goes well.
So yeah, as that sort of everything mixed in.
I need a little bit more of that.
As we always say, everything's in the description, the recipe, the ingredients, etc., and all the you know what to do. So yeah, so that's that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this with my big spatula. I'm not going to use my thing because it does say it makes a thick dough. So it says add the plain flour, blah blah blah, which I've done. Mix together until a thick cookie dough is combined. So I'm just going to see how I go on mixing it with my spatula first. And then I can always finish it off with my mixer. So we'll see how this goes first. It's mixing together quite nicely, actually. But you see, good thing about this is you don't want to over mix it and you have a flat cookie bar. I don't know about yours, Tracy, but mine went together quite nicely.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure I've got all flour and everything mixed in. Do you mind?
Sorry. Bye-bye.
Cough quietly, please.
Just get
So yeah, so I don't know whether you can see, guys, that's come together like a lovely cookie dough, and that's without using the mixer. It's come together nicely, that has. So now I'll wait. I'll let Tracy catch up a little bit. I'll have a quick slurp of my coffee. Self-advertising there. Is it not going together, Tracy?
Yeah, I've got it together. Is that all right? Like that?
Well, mine's in
Going to
like
a bowl. You got yours in a bowl?
mine's like a bullet. Like a, you know, if I were to get it out with my hand, it's to come out in one. See how you go anyway, Tracy.
It's it's doing it, yeah. It's all getting together.
Anyway, to this mixture now, you want 300 grams of white chocolate chips. And I'm just going to dip them in its side and then work them through the dough. I don't know about you, Tracy, but I thought it sent such a lot, 300 grams.
The chocolate.
The chocolate, white chocolate pieces.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to put a glove on it.
No. I mean, when you think about it, it is a lot, 300 grams.
Yeah.
But I suppose you want it to have that, like, chocolatey, gingery taste to it, if you know what I mean. Will you do me a favour, please, sweetheart? Will you melt that caramel? It don't want melting, it just wants warming up, so it's like...
I've got to warm it up.
It just wants, because at the moment it's quite thick and gloopy. Right, I'm trying to what's it through, so all the white chocolate, can you see? So all the white chocolates incorporated into the cookie dough mix. So I'm trying to, you know, make sure there's none sort of in bottom of bowl. Now the trick is with this, you don't put it all in at once. You've got to divide it into half, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do like that with my spatula. I don't know whether that's quite off or not. So I don't know whether you can see, guys. I've divided mine into two with the spatula. Now, I'm going to do the same with what Tracy's doing. And I've got the tusky gloves out. Tracy's, that's it. You know what Laura says. Hi, Steve.
Oh, don't see, lad.
Hey, Steve.
If in dark, get the gloves out. So yeah, that is what Laura says. If in dark, get the gloves out. But yeah, so I'll put mine on now. I'll wait a little bit for Tracy to catch me up. So now you want to push half of the mixture into the tin, and it says a recommendation is, I find it easy to use a lightly floured spatula to spread things evenly. Now, as you can see, me and Tracy have both got gloves on. So basically, that's just going to dollop in there. So yeah, so now half of it you spread in your tin. Do a Laura special and just tap it with your fingers. What did the leader to Miss Lucy? Is that making you draw, Steve? He says, ooh,
Did I say that? I forgot.
on about when I told you, can you cough quietly?
Oh. Sorry, Jackie.
Yeah. We're trying to be professional and doing a baking live stream, and he's coughing and spluttering in the background.
You'll get the big cold back.
Yeah, right. You'll get it me in first place.
That's what I said. You gave me my cold back.
Yeah, well, I didn't want it, so you can have it back.
Let's not wait. Let's eat it now. Hold on, I'll get the milk.
Got to be cooked yet, Steve?
I don't want to wait.
Oh, well.
Wait.
You know what they say, don't you? Patience is a virtue, and good things come to them that wait.
He's about as patient as me. Not very.
So yeah, we find it a lot easier to smooth out into corners if you do it with gloves on and do it by hand. I don't care. Steve.
I can't wait to try it when it's cooled down.
Be even better tomorrow when we're making mince pies.
Oh yes. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Not just any old mince pie, frangipan topped mince pie. Now, if anybody's thinking now, what's a frangipan? It's basically a cross between. That looks a good workout. It is, Jackie. A frangipan is similar to, you know, when you're making baked tart. It's like a spongy, almondy sponge. If that makes sense. But it's like just a different take on the I don't know. I'll have to look for a recipe, Steve, even if it's only just to appease you. Yeah, Chris is not a fan of cherries. So, you see, I'm like Laurie. What's point in baking something that nobody's going to eat? So, you know, it's just wasting ingredients, wasting, you know, if... nearly done, nearly there. Sort of trying to ease it out, you know, so it's sort of evenly. Steve Lucy was sitting behind his chair. He didn't mean to do it, Jackie. I mean, we've caught biscuit now on a you know, by accident, and These,
It tries off this and that when it's turning round and it actually does not do it.
yeah, no, you know, it's one of these things. These things happen, and you know, it's nobody's fault really. Right. So that's the first lot in. So I may as well leave my gloves on because right. So now we're going on to, this is 200 grams of caramel. Now I don't know, Tracy, it's the same. I always use the carnation caramel. I did ask Chris to like slightly microwave it so it's a little bit better consistency to pour over this.
This one, Jeanette.
Yeah, you pour that over.
You said okay.
What? Yeah.
You pour this
I mean,
over.
I could do a strawberry pie or rhubarb. I don't know whether Chris likes rhubarb or not, but I'm not all that keen on rhubarb. So yeah, so that's the caramel. It's spread the caramel over the base cookie, leaving a small gap around the edges. No caramel. Oh, with no caramel. So you basically spread it out, but you've got to leave a gap. So, yeah, that's what we're doing now. We're spreading it out a little bit, but we're leaving a gap all round. You know, if you throw a couple of chicken Kievs in there, that will Kievs with this. You've got to be kidding. What are you for? It's all right, Chris is watching.
Oh, it's only Man City 6 Leeds 0.
Sorry, Tracy.
We want 10.
6-0 to Man City against Leeds. Uh-oh.
You can throw a couple of chicken Kievs in there. That will be some good eating too. Hey, these recovered from his beating.
So yeah, so that's that look. I have left like a gap around the outside.
Yeah, I have.
It says, add the second half of the cookie dough into the tin. I find it easy to place it on in small lumps until it's covered the caramel. So we'll just try that one. So as you can see, some white chocolate drops on floor biscuit when I've done.
Are we just covering caramel? Does it have to go right to edges?
I don't know. It just says add the second half of the cookie dough to the tin. I find it easier to place it on in small lumps until it's covered the caramel. So basically, you're just covering caramel with lumps of this dough. Yeah. I would imagine
it'll rise.
Yeah, as it cooks, it'll spread. Oh, Lee's a traitor.
Why?
He's on Scotty's.
Oh, Scotty Daniels panel.
Yeah. So I'm not going to faff about with it. As you can see, I've just put it in like lumps. I'm hoping that this spreads out. So I'm just going to try flattening it down a little bit. But I'm hoping that it spreads as it cooks. I'm hoping. So I'm not gonna mess about with it. Oh, hamburger. Oh, that a girl. Don't forget the cheese. Oh, Gordon Bennett.
My work is up top, popped up with his beetroot.
So yeah, so that's that. It says between 18 and 22 minutes, but I've sort of, because it's a higher setting.
What's the only hamburger?
I think he's what's it in about hamburgers? Is I think he's so anyway. Tracy's is a bit more sort of spread out than mine. Mine's just in dollops. Because mine's a bit more sticky. Tracy's seems a bit more drier and crumblier than mine, but mine's sort of like sticky. So I've just put it in dollops anyway. So I'm hoping that Johnny's put away. I'm hoping it sort of expands as it cooks. So bake the caramel ginger cookie for between 18 and 22 minutes. I usually do 19 minutes so they stay reasonably gooey. Oh, 7-0. Gordon Bennett. Leeds us losing 7-0. Anyway, Mr. P, when you're ready, that can go in the oven. It's still on about salsa. So I've got my timer on. Baby.
We're ready.
Yeah.
I might miss 10 goals here.
That were a good idea to put that underneath me. So yeah, there you go. That is going in the oven now.
10 to 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, when you are.
So about 10 o'clock.
Ow. That in part of the recipe, by the way. Ow. Oh dear. It's usually me that's having these mishaps. If you want to wait that long, but I'm ready now.
Well, the gill tastes very good though when it's not cooked properly, Steve.
No. Whereas you can eat cookie dough, but I prefer mine cooked, if I'm honest. So yeah.
Yeah, I prefer mine to be cooked as well.
I mean, it's like when you make truffles, that's basically made up of cookie dough in chocolate. So, but you know, I've never tried. That's a good one. That one is Jackie.
I see chat.
Put me off now. So yes, there's like a double dose of baking live. Making mince pies tomorrow. So, but I was going to do the chocolate Yule log, but then I said to Tracy, I've changed my mind. I think we'll make the mince pies tomorrow because the recipe I've got, it don't call, well, it does call for the the pastry to chill, but it's only while you're making the frangipan thing. So so that's if you look at it in the
how long do you think they'll keep then, Jeanette? Them mince pies? Will they last for Christmas?
If you're freezing them, Tracy, what I do is once they've cooled down and everything, I'd just put them in a box or a container and put them in freezer. Well, I'm going to tell you something now. I made a double chocolate chip banana loaf, and it's been in freezer above a year, and I got it out and it's all gone.
Oh.
Tasted as fresh as day I put it in freezer.
Oh.
So, you know, if you,
I won't buy
if
your mince pies for Christmas. We're making them tomorrow. I'll put them away for Christmas.
You know, if you want, yeah, it's only sort of like just.
But if they'd like an air container type, like what you do, them chocolate boxes,
I would.
It'd be all right just to keep like that if we're going to be eating them over Christmas holidays.
But you know what I mean? It does only make a dozen though. So I'll probably get eaten because I do make normal mince pies, if that makes sense. With sweet shortcrust pastry.
Yeah.
As well as maids of honour. So
I can't wait to go that log what we're going to do next week. Because we're doing it all from scratch, aren't we? I said I can't wait to have a go at doing that log next week.
Yeah, that's another reason as well. I've never ever done a Swiss roll in my life.
Neither have I.
It's going to be a first for both of us. But I've read through recipe. The trick is, as soon as you go it out the oven, you tip it out onto some greaseproof paper out the tin and roll it while it's still warm, and that stops it from cracking. And it acts like a memory foam. So, you know, when you've done your cream and put your icing sugar and everything in your cream, you unroll it. The second time you roll it up, it makes it easy to. It sounds simple.
Did you watch the video, Jeanette? Because I did. You sent me a clip, didn't you? The chocolate roll. And
that was the first one. Or was that the Dr. Oetker one?
I think it was just the one what you were rolling up, that sponge, and then they put it in the fridge to
anyway,
chill.
With the Dr. Oetker one, it ain't got a video to it, but I have watched some videos. You know, and it's basically, the trick is to get it out of the pan as soon as it comes out of the oven and roll it with a greaseproof paper while it's still hot.
It's still warm, yeah.
And then sort of, as you're making the cream and whatever, obviously by the time you've made the cream and everything to put in the middle, it will have cooled down significantly. And then it's just a case of once you put the cream filling in, rolling it up again.
And I don't know, I might have watched a different one because you know that cream what you're doing, don't you? What you just said.
Yeah.
You put so much of it on sponge and roll it up, and then you got some remainder cream, and you put some cocoa powder.
The Dr. Oetker, because you make it's a buttercream that you make. What you cover it in is a buttercream, chocolate buttercream, basically.
And then they put some cocoa powder in it, don't they, to make it chocolatey on top.
But in the buttercream, you add 175 grams of dark chocolate.
Yeah. That's it. Just make it and put that on top.
But once you've rolled it, before you actually decorate it, you cut it at an angle. It says about 5 centimeters to make like that log effect, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You cut it at an angle so it sits on the remainder of the log, and then you just cover it in buttercream. I've got some Christmas sprinkles. So with the Dr. Oetker one, it does say roll fondant out, this, that, and other. I thought, well, I'm not going to faff about doing that. I shall probably just give it a light sprinkling of icing sugar, and then put these like Christmas sprinkles. Baby, can you get them sprinkles out, and I'll show everybody. The
decorations for mine.
Yeah. They're in top drawer, I think. You'll see them. They're like red berries, and I think you've got it in your hand. That one, yeah. So I did actually order from Asda some actual Christmas sprinkles, but they substituted it. Sorry, they substituted it for that, which is all. What is it? Holly and berry sprinkles. So that'll do nicely.
Yeah.
So they're like little red balls and little holly leaves. So, you know, that'll.
That's what they put on it, don't they? Olive,
Yeah.
red berries and leaves.
So I thought, well, rather than, you see, the recipe actually calls for, yeah,
Make it
faffing
yourself.
about with fondant and colouring fondant and everything. And I thought, you know me, I'm not one to faff about.
You only have to make icing though, Jeanette, if you come to think of it.
Pardon?
Roll out icing and some red food colouring for your balls. And
yeah. But
I'm
minimalist sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I'm going to do with the Yule log is cover it with chocolate buttercream, give it a slight dusting of icing sugar, and then put some of these on. Job's a good one. Still the same sort of thing, but you're not faffing about with you're not faffing about with fondant and colouring fondant and whatnot, let's just say. So that's the plan. I've never you've known me long enough, Tracy. I've never thought this far ahead.
No, yeah, true. You're all organised, aren't you?
I know.
It must be that cold you've had.
I says to Chris, people about think I've had a brainwave or something. Scheduling tomorrow's mince pies and then next week you'll log and everything. It's normally the Sunday before we bake on Tuesday when I decide what we're baking. But I'm well organised this time. We would if we were here, Jackie, but he's in another stream. So I says to Chris, funnily enough, they'll come in quite handy with the Yule log because they are hollies and berries, and that's. Hiya, Vanessa, how are you?
Hi, Vanessa.
Oh, Steve says he's still trying to find a good droning trophy, but not having any luck.
Oh, mate, no worries.
So yeah, I knew they'd come in handy somewhere along the line. So, but yeah, you don't want to miss tomorrow's because it's same as that. I mean, Tracy, we made the Viennese Wales one last year. Year before that, I made like chocolate orange mince pies. I like to do things that are not the norm, if you know what I mean. And I did originally. I were going to make the slice thing, and then I saw this recipe for topped frangipan topped mince pies, and I thought, yeah, that'll do. Oh dear, I sort of wouldn't, I wouldn't. What's it that fact, Steve? He says he's feeling a bit gassy, even Cat's not come near him. Baby, will you just pass me that juice, please?
What do you want? What do you want?
My juice over there.
Where is it?
It's on that table.
What kind of parchment paper are you using, Jeanette? Are you using a good one for your chocolate roll? Parchment paper.
I'm just using what I normally do. I just order mine from Asda, Tracy.
Is that all you just get normal Asda paper? Parchment paper?
Yeah. No.
I've just run out.
I did look at some recipes. Oh, Gordon Bennett. We don't really want to know, Vanessa. I have watched a lot of, because I've never ever made a Swiss roll. Now, I've watched a lot of videos, and a lot of them use wax paper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But
I
I have it unreliable information. Okie dokie then, Amjad. You'll have to watch the rest of stream when you're tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me.
Amjad.
Yeah, he's going to college tomorrow. Callum ain't got to go into college.
Enjoy your Christmas party.
Yeah, it was today, I think, his party. But yeah, he was going in for his maths and his English. And one of his teachers for his college course come down with, C-word. And now he's been informed this morning that one of the teachers that teaching maths and English, they've come down with it as well now. So everything's online. So he's been online all day, practically all day today. He breaks up tomorrow after tomorrow, so.
That didn't look nice, that cat.
I know.
But we've only got 4 minutes and then it should be cooked.
I can't wait.
So yeah, you're not wanting to miss tomorrow's, Vanessa. See, we're making mince pies. I thought, well, I can't go through Christmas period and not make mince pies because every year for the last 3 or 4 years, I've always made some form of a mince pie. Love you too, Amjad. Have a nice rest, and I hope your last day was all right. So yeah.
Look at me.
I always try to do something out the ordinary, or that's not the norm. You'll only be rubbing salt into wounds. Quite a comedian, isn't he? Yeah, well, these that we're making tomorrow are frangipan topped, or the easy frangipan topped mince pies, and it's basically a sweet pastry base, a teaspoon of mincemeat, and then topped with it's made with ground almonds, flour, and it's like a sponge, but it's got that taste of a baked tart. So yeah. So in essence, the frangipan is actually like a sponge mixture, but it's made with almonds, ground almonds. Oh, everyone is enjoying the apple dumplings and plum pudding on Saturday. Ooh.
Plum dumplings.
The mince pies, Laurie said she weren't going to join us because she don't know whether she'll like them. She don't think she'll like them. So that's why we're doing them tomorrow, and hopefully she should be able to join us next week when we're doing the Yule log. But as sort of the week before Christmas, I always do all my baking.
Mm-hmm.
What? Couple of Yorkshire gobs. I think he's referring to you and Kath there, Tracy.
Is that what we call? We kept making go, didn't they?
Yeah.
Did you hear? Johnny's putting background a couple of Yorkshire gobs. The cheeky.
I've sorted it.
So, yeah. Yorkshire. 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 We're west side.
So yeah, so I can't wait to make the mince pies. But the run up to Christmas, the week before Christmas, I always make like normal mince pies with sweet chocolate pastry and maids of honour. Now,
I love them, Jeanette, maids of honour.
They two are the musts, Tracy, because Callum and Chris absolutely love them. Maids of honour. They sell like they go like hotcakes.
Quit it go.
What were those little things we made, Jeanette? And you bought me them little small pots. What you put the and put me in
the ramekins. Not ramekins. Dariol moulds.
Yeah, we made some, didn't we? And you bought me.
We made English madeleines.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some of them for Christmas as well.
I you see, this is the reason why I always save the tubs, like, you know, Quality Street, Celebrations, Heroes.
Ooh, let me check mine.
I've got tons of them, but you know, because I sort of like make probably about 5 dozen of each. Oh, why are you going to Newcastle then on Friday, Johnny? That one that come in yours was Lydia something or other. So that the one that came in yours, yeah.
I'm just getting me.
But so yeah. Oh, I've used this whisk as well, and I forgot to.
There's a lot of that going around, though, isn't there?
Yeah. Ooh.
It's
dripping.
Yeah.
So what we're going to say now. So yeah, I you know, I make about 5 dozen of each. It probably does sound a lot, but when you've got to protesting, I get you now.
I think mine's done, but I'll see what you think. Does it have to be soft, cut, gooey? My stick comes out.
Wait till Chris gets mine out, and I'll show you mine.
I put one on just in case. Mine needs to go back in.
Yeah.
Smells gorgeous, but these bits what we put on top, they're nice and crispy. But obviously it has to be a little bit gooey, won't it? Because
yeah, because that's why she said I usually do 19 minutes so they stay reasonably gooey.
Mine's at 19 minutes exactly.
So yeah. But as well as the Yule log next week, because see, another thing I want to do as well, but I don't know whether I'm going to have time next week or not. I found a recipe for a microwavable Christmas pudding. Now, as a rule, I don't eat it. Callum don't eat it. There's only Chris eats it. So we tend to buy like one of these pound-sized ones, a little one. So basically, I might have a go at that.
I found a recipe and all Jeanette on YouTube, and I'm going to try it.
This is
Christmas cake tray bake. So you don't have to do what you've got to do with a Christmas cake, like rise it or whatever. You just do it in like you normally do, like we do.
Yeah, it says last minute Christmas pudding microwave. Prep time 15 minutes, cook time 10 minutes, and it serves 6. And basically, it's butter, cranberry. You put cranberry sauce in it, golden syrup, dark brown soft sugar, which I've managed to get today. Well, Chris did anyway. 2 eggs beaten, 100 grams of plain flour, a teaspoon of mixed spice, and apple peeled and grated. So you actually grate your apple. So it's basically
Nah, fancy that. I had to say it over a week.
You only microwave it for about 9 minutes. Hi, Andy.
It's just for Chris, because he likes Christmas pudding.
You don't know what you like, do
Christmas
you?
pudding. Nah, as a rule, I just tend to buy like a little pound one, like a little that's just enough for Chris, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I thought, why not? In 9 minutes, I could have a Christmas pudding for Chris. I could always put it in freezer, wrap it once it's cooled down. Once it's cooked, take it out of the bowl, put it on a plate, wait for it to cool down completely, and I can wrap it up in cling film and put it in freezer till we need it.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of doing that on what I seen. It's a tray bake, but it's a Christmas cake tray bake, and you put icing on top.
Oh, right. We see, I don't bother with Christmas cake either, because that's another thing I'm not.
I like it with cheese on.
Yeah, I don't like marzipan or icing.
Only because I got brought up that way. My mum used to love it. Red Edam cheese on top of Christmas cake. A lot of people say cheese. It is nice.
Sound like how you do crackers.
But yeah, I thought yeah, I'm gonna have a go at this microwave Christmas pudding.
Yeah. Did we do something like that before? A cake, quick pudding in a microwave. Me and you.
Yeah, that were sticky toffee. I think that were.
Yeah, because I quite like that.
That was alright.
We put treacle over the top and upside down.
It was like a sponge with sultanas in, and then I put like golden syrup in bottom of the bowl. But once it's cooked and it's out at dish, that golden syrup soaks into the sponge. So I always top it up a bit with some more. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, more treacle.
You know what you're on about. I ain't got a clue.
So yeah.
Yeah.
You make it with this black, dark
treacle. I know. So when you got.
Well, when you kept on saying to me, I can't get it. I'm just going to get treacle.
It's gone off,
Under a red tin.
Man, we're baked to a crisp at this rate.
And he got it out, love.
No, obviously, he didn't hear me.
Yours might just have quite. He said it can be left in.
So that'll be another face for me. He's actually making a Christmas pudding.
Yeah.
I don't like Christmas pudding, but I like
Tracy's not.
Treated. I do like Christmas cake, but not pudding. It tastes different, steamy.
So right, my cost of this, it's like got. I'll just move it in front of the camera.
Careful, it's hot.
I know it is.
Can I turn it on?
I'll just show it, yeah. The caramel is actually still bubbling. It's come out all right.
Yeah, mine were bubbling outside. I think it's stopped.
I think it's all right. Yeah. The thing about this is,
it will be hot.
As it cools down, it'll firm up a little bit.
I've got cool and look like that off camera, look.
I just want to.
So yeah, hi Miss Chick, how are you?
Hi Miss Chick.
So yeah, I think as it cools down, that caramel will firm up, and obviously you've got to wait till it cools down.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So I reckon that'll be all right.
Only thing is, Jeanette, I don't think we should cut it tonight because I said. Did it
No,
say
I don't. I'm just going to show Miss Chick. Yeah. That's the finished article, Miss Chick. Now it's just come out of the oven and I've had like bubbles of caramel. And Tracy said, if we were to cut it now, caramel would just ooze out of it. So the idea is you let it cool in the tin. And then probably cut it in the morning. It just needs like leaving out and firming up a little bit. Let the caramel cool down, and then you can cut it into slices.
Another one saying is, yeah.
So, but you see, with my dough, Tracy, I just broke it off into pieces, put it over the top of my caramel. I didn't want to spread it out for messing up caramel up. So I basically, mine looks from top above, it looks like you've put cookies on top of it, if you know what I mean. So I think basically when that's cooled down, it'll be absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm going to move it to one side because it is quite, well, not quite hot, it's very hot. So yeah, another quick one again. We're doing mince pies tomorrow, Miss Chick, but we're doing easy frangipan topped mince pies tomorrow.
You got any little papers?
No. Oh yeah. Let's move that one.
So, but it does only make 12. So if they come out all right, I might make some like normal mince pies for Christmas, you know, us personally. And I might make some, you know, normal ones and some of these frangipans. Yes, I'm doing another baking stream tomorrow because Tracy will tell you, since I've been doing the baking live streams, I've always, every year, made mince pies. We made Viennese World topped mince pies last year. The year before that, I made like chocolate.
Christmas Day, Saturday.
Orange mince pies.
Christmas Eve,
so carrying on with tradition, I'm doing a mince pie, but not a normal mince pie, if you know what I mean. Steve says I'm ready to taste it.
No, I did 27th of December.
Yeah, same as Chris says, Steve. It's way too hot to eat it now. Caramel is actually bubbling.
Well, what are you on about?
So you imagine how hot that caramel is. Johnny says I picked Kath up. She was coming.
I don't think he's here anymore. Oh, Packer. Because last time we heard about him.
I mean, there's not only Steve can't wait to taste test. As soon as Callum comes down, he'll say, "What you made? Can I? Yeah, are they ready?" No, they've got to cool down completely, and then when they've cooled down,
they might have done. We don't know. But as I was saying, because alien.
Yeah, I was just saying, Andy, that the week before, because I reckon the week before Christmas, so they don't all get eaten. Because I'm just having a mince pie, and then 5 minutes later I say, I'm just having another mince pie. I make about 5 dozen mince pies, and then I make I don't know whether you've heard of them, Maids of Honour, and they're basically a jam tart with sponge on top. And I make about 5 dozen of them as well.
Good luck to him.
And we're baking again tomorrow, and if they turn out all right tomorrow, I might sort of mix it up and make a batch of same as what we're making tomorrow, as well as the traditional mince pies. But we'll see how things go. Next week we're making, because it's sort of Christmas week, we're making a Christmas Yule log. So that's next Tuesday. I've never been this organised in my life.
Next.
Yeah. No, I'm not joking. It's like I always message Laurie and Tracy the recipes, but it never happened until about Sunday. My keto won't allow tonight's baking. Oh dear. Tracy, I'm sure Tracy will tell you what it tastes like.
Oh, so
Mystic says she's only one in her house that likes mince pies. I've just been on about as well. If I've got time next week, I might, because I found a microwavable Christmas pudding. Now, Chris is the only one in our house that likes Christmas pudding. I normally make it like a cheesecake thing, Alan.
I like it with brandy.
So Chris is the only one.
You have to put it in hot water.
Oh, you see that one tomorrow, Miss Chick? It's like a pastry base, a spoonful of mincemeat, and then the frangipan is actually like a sponge made with ground almonds in it.
Oh, yeah. It'd be a bit like a Bakewell tart, won't it, really, then? But apart from
it's got the taste. A frangipan it's got the taste of a Bakewell tart.
Yeah.
No, you know what happens, don't you? Cat fits wear it. Right, guys, that's it for tonight. You've seen the finished article. Did you see it, Andy? If not, I'll show you the finished article.
Who needs a training?
They need you to training those two. I know what you mean, Johnny. So yeah. If anybody wants the last look at it, say so now.
Yes.
I'm gonna close it back. Yeah, because now you see it, tomorrow you won't.
It might be like that here in our house if it's nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be.
Hi, Car.
Hi.
So yeah, so I'm
Excuse
gonna
my kitchen down. I'm sorting all stuff out for Christmas.
I hope you've enjoyed the baking live. Another look, please.
Mine's cooled down loads now, but I still like touching it.
Early upstairs with Johnny.
Plates thingy.
Well, me caramel stopped bubbling now.
Out of this because I put loads of grease in the bottom to grease it because I've run out of parchment paper.
It's still quite hot, Miss Chick, so I can't really
so do I know.
get this paper towel and I can lift it up slightly for you.
And she still gets it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, the caramels bubble through.
Yeah, because
you split the dough in half, you put half underneath, caramel on top of that, and then the rest of the dough.
Just do it like that inside there.
So yeah,
that is upside down and stick it on a plate that way.
That's all got to set now.
Yeah.
So so yeah, so it's going to be nice and dewy and chocolatey and whatever.
Yeah.
I'll put you on now.
Always great to pop in, and now I need food. What are you like? See you later, everybody. Thanks for popping in.
Good night, everybody. Bye, Jackie.
On the mince pie baking live stream. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I was reading that thing.
Playing up again.
I like your new drum. Your new thing.
Hang on a minute.
You too, Jackie. You stay safe.